passion. Mad world, mad world.
Finding and analysis according to Philippine Institute for Development Studies. In their published report in 2017, they list the capabilities and reality that happen in our society in their report entitled Filipino Women in Leadership, Government and Industry. Here are some of their stance when it comes to leadership in government and industry. In the workforce, while still accounting for a lower proportion of the total workforce, jobs that tend to have higher paying positions like supervision, management professionals, service, and sale are more likely to be done by women than men.
In the government, these positions include elective and appointed positions across the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. In the industry, they include chief-level positions, board memberships, and director positions. This pursuit of greater female representation in the realms of governance and business is critical to sustain any developments in gender equality in the Philippines. After all, women should have a voice in the decision-making process for policies that concern their welfare, such as family leave policies and equity in recruitment and promotions, among others.
Hi, I'm Angelica DIZON. Today I will discuss to you about the important attributes of female leadership. For number one, we have female leaders are empathetic. Why? Because most of the women in our society are naturally empathetic and value relationship with one another. This leads to female leaders having a strong understanding of what drives her goals and the organization goals. For number two, female leaders have high emotional intelligence. This pertains to the ability of female leaders to recognize one's emotion and other individuals' emotion as well. This gives a momentum to build a strong bond towards the leaders and her subordinates, which is essential towards accomplishing many challenges that may occur in the business. For number three, we have female leaders are strong communicators. It is said that communication is one of the strongest skills of a woman. That is why female leaders know how to execute a formal communication, at the same time creating a clear and open discussion that allows every members of the organization to precisely execute their roles and responsibilities in the organizations. And lastly, for number four, female leaders are motivated by challenges. A woman's spirit cannot be faced so easily because most of them have high emotional intelligence. The desire to overcome challenges fuels every female leaders to produce a creative solutions to problems that is motivated by obstacles. And that's all. I will now introduce you to the next reporter, which is Ellies. She will add additional information about the important attributes of female leadership. Thank you.
The fifth one we have here, they are skilled at multitasking. Women make excellent leaders because we are naturally multitaskers. The ability to respond decisively and quickly to multiple tasks or problems at once is a critical component of a successful leadership. We took our time thinking at first, whereas men were more impulsive and they jump into conclusion too quickly. It implies that in a stressful and complex situation, women are more able to pause and reflect on what is happening in front of them. The sixth one we have here, they are skilled at dealing with crisis. During my research, I've discovered that there was a lot said about how women did a better job leading during the COVID-19 crisis than men. Women were rated as more effective by those who worked with them. According to an analysis of 360-degree assessments conducted between March and June of this year, the gender gap in this pandemic is even wider than previously measured, possibly indicating that women perform better in a crisis. In fact, in this author assessment, women were rated more positively on 13 of the 19 competencies that compromises overall leadership effectiveness. Because many women, particularly mothers, are trained caregivers who understand how to handle crisis situation at home with compassion and patience. When a woman leader is dealing with a crisis, these characteristics become extremely important. Seventh, we have here, they are adaptable. Why? Women make excellent leaders because we are adaptable and agile. We can see that the direction we thought we should take our company in isn't working. So we regroup and change courses for the better quickly. The last one, they make their jobs appears to be simple. Why? Women, in my opinion, makes excellent leaders because they are expert at making the impossible appears possible. On a good day, they can even make it look effortless. Women are pragmatic, resilient, and can usually navigate difficult situations with grace. Their perspectives are the result of combination of adversity and sheer fortitude. They take a brave look at the world and are able to piece together the world around them like a complex puzzle.
Example of successful leadership among male and female. But before that, here are some different traits of men and women. Communication styles. Women tend to have a more cooperative, participatory style of leading. Men tend to have more command and control style. According to the American Psychological Association, they are more task-oriented and directive, while women are more democratic. That often the starkest leadership. Difference between male and female bosses. Men provide direction for their employees, while women encourage employees to find their own direction. The cooperative styles involves more conversation and listening, which often takes more time but leads employees to feel be more valued. Both styles are valuable in different contexts. Being highly task-oriented can be highly beneficial where safety is concerned. Reward systems. Women often motivate their employees by helping them find self-worth and satisfaction in their work, which serves as its own reward. This is a core part of philosophy of transformational leadership. Help employees find their identity in the work that they do so. It's more than just a job. Men are more likely to use the transactional leadership approach of providing incentives for succeeding and penalties for failing. Of course, either gender can learn to succeed in either of these leadership styles. Differences in leadership between male and female managers can work in tandem. 2. As transactional leaders can ensure accountability while transformational leaders motivate and inspire. Self-branding. Men tend to be good at branding themselves, meaning they let others know about their successes and strengths. Women are more likely to be the modest or silent about their own accomplishments to succeed as a leader. Women should learn to brand themselves by sharing their achievements and skills with others. After all, it's hard for a person to advance as a leader if people don't notice what she's capable of. Branding also brings a leader more respect in her current position, volunteering for high-profile projects and finding a respective advocate are other great branding strategies that men are often more likely to use than women. Again, it's not that people of either gender make better leaders. The reality is that differences between male and female leadership styles can broaden a company's pool of creativity and innovation. This enhances the success of any company when both men and women are promoted to high-level positions. Whichever gender you are, identify the distinct skills you bring and how to use them to get noticed by potential or current employers. The business of placing women in leadership needs to become a top priority. List of successful leadership among women. Condoleezza Rice, former U.S. Secretary of State. Madeleine Albright, former U.S. Secretary of State. Sheryl Sandberg, COO of Facebook. Michelle Obama, former First Lady. Angela Adrets, Senior Vice President of Apple. And here are the list of leadership among men. Bill Gates, American Business Management. Martin Luther King, American Minister. Walt Disney, American Entrepreneur. Colin Powell, former U.S. Secretary of State. Thank you.
Different types of leadership styles. According to Newstorm Davis 1993, leadership style is the manner and approach of providing direction, implementing plans, and motivating. As seen by the employees, it includes a total pattern of explicit and implicit action performed by their leaders. Here are the 10 leadership styles. The first leadership style is coach. Coach is the form of support setting goals for SMART, provide feedback and offer difficult assignments to promote progress. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. A coaching leader is someone who can rapidly understand the talents, limitations, and motivation of their team members in order to assist them to grow. This type of leader frequently helps their members create appropriate goals and then provide regular feedback on hard assignment to encourage improvement. They know how to set clear standards and foster a pleasant, inspiring atmosphere. The coach leadership style is one of the most beneficial for both companies and their employees. Unfortunately, it's also one of the most underutilized leadership style, owning the fact that it takes more time than other approaches. Second is visionary. Visionary is the leader who can accelerate change by motivating subordinates, gaining their confidence to submerge themselves for innovative ideas and forecasting ability. By inspiring companion and gathering trust for fresh ideas, visionary leaders may propel growth and usher in a moment of transition. A visionary leader can also establish a strong organizational tie. They work hard to instill trust in both direct reports and co-workers. Small, fast-growing firms, as well as larger organizations undergoing transition or corporate restructuring, benefit from visionary leadership styles. Leaders in this style have ideas and missions that people buy into, and they are motivated by the direction it will take them now and in the future. While short-term emphasis may be comprised for the greater good, the trip is long and predictable. People demand confidence and trustworthiness from their leaders, as well as inspiration, motivation, and humanistic touch in the post-pandemic societies. Next is servant leader. It is an exceptional style of leadership which helps the worker to engage in their work satisfactorily. Servant leaders think that when team's members are personally and professionally fulfilled, they are more productive and more likely to consistently provide excellent work. They have a higher level of respect because they place a premium on employee satisfaction and collaboration. Servant leadership is effective in businesses of all sizes and industries, but it is most prominent in nonprofits. This type of leaders excel at boosting employees' morale and assisting employees in re-engaging with their jobs. The fourth is the autocratic or authoritarian leadership style, which emphasizes on rigid rules and punishment. Autocratic leadership style is sort of leader sometimes known as authoritarian leadership. Is primarily concerned with the outcomes and efficiency. This type of leaders can be thought of as military commanders. In businesses with rigorous restriction or industries where conformity is important, an autocratic approach might be beneficial. It also useful for individuals who require a lot of monitoring, such as those who are new to the job. The leadership style, on the other hand, has the potential to hinder innovation and make staff feel trapped. Next is laissez-faire or hands-off, the opposite of autocratic style, dependent delegation and giving no limited oversight to all. This leadership style is the polar opposite of autocratic leadership, focused on distributing a large number of duties to team members while providing little to no supervision. A laissez-faire leader has more time to devote to other tasks because they do not spend their time intensively supervising personnel. When all team members are highly experienced, well-trained, and require little oversight, managers may use this leadership style. However, if employees are unclear about their leaders' objectives, or if some team members require regular inspiration and boundaries to work well, it might lead to drop in the productivity.
Good day, I am Francesca Jhudel ESLER and I'm going to discuss the remaining types of leadership styles. Democratic or participatory style is a mixture of laissez-faire leadership and autocratic leadership, focused on the imagination and modernization. This type is based in mutual respect. It is often combined with participatory leadership because it requires the collaboration between leaders and the people they guide. And this type of leadership can apply in any organization from private business, schools, and government, which is everyone is given the opportunity to participate, exchange ideas, discussion, and consultation is fully entertained. The next one is pace setter. It's an outcome-oriented type of leadership that sets high standards to reach the goal. This type of leadership is highly motivated, who has a very high expectations and a strong desire to succeed and set standards of extreme performance and perfection, which is he assumes that employees have the same level of self-motivation. And also, it can be a useful style when used with highly competent, independent, and motivated people who are achievement-oriented. Transformation leadership is a specifically focused communication and a devotion to the goals of the company. Transformation is a leadership style in which leaders encourage, inspire, and motivate employees to innovate and create change that will help grow and shape the future success of the company. This is accomplished by setting an example at the executive level through a strong sense of corporate culture, employee ownership, and independence in the workplace. It is a management style that designed to give employees more room to be creative, look to the future, and find new solutions to old problems. The next one is transactional. It's a performance-focused leader. This type of leader sets out predetermined incentives and rewards. A transactional leader is someone who values order and structure. They are likely to command military operations, manage large corporations, or lead international projects that require rules and regulations to complete objectives on time
or move people and supplies in an organized way. Transactional leaders are not a good fit for places where creativity and innovative ideas are valued. The last one is bureaucratic. It's a kind of leadership that focuses on fixed duties within a hierarchy where a complete set of list of responsibilities has been issued to subordinates. Bureaucratic leadership is a style based upon fixed official duties under a hierarchy of authorities, applying a system of rules for management and decision making. This style of leadership can be advantageous in highly regulated lines of business, and it can be an efficient management style in companies that don't require much creative or innovation from employees.
I'm Paula. Democratic leadership. Democratic leadership is the best leader for me because democratic leadership is the type of leadership style in which members of a group take a more participate role in decision-making process. In a democratic leadership, everyone is given the opportunity to participate, idea, and exchange freely, and discuss of encourage, and while there is a group equality and free flow the idea, the leader of group is still there to offer the guidance and control.
The finest leadership style for me is democratic leadership because it allows lower level employees to exercise authority that they will need in future roles. It's also similar to how decisions are made in corporate boardrooms. In a company board meeting, for example, a democratic leader might present the team with a few decision-making options. After that, they might have a conversation. This leader may decide to consider that board's thoughts and feedbacks, or they may put the matter to a vote.
Good morning to each and everyone. I'm Meyrick, and I'm going to discuss the objective to make a functional and successful business organization. Over the past years have made clear that men and women can be effective and ineffective leaders. And today, men and women are expected to be more efficient figurehead. The concept of gender role is situationally constructed in organization and based on masculinity, involving aggression, independence, objectivity, logic, analysis, and decision. And for women, it's femininity, involving emotions, sensitivity, expressiveness, and intuition. And according to that, here are some objectives to formulate and make a business organization more functional and successful. First, we have identifying styles of leaders to enter leadership places and the main features of leaders they hold for professional increase. It is obvious that leadership is a male-dominated one, and female have some advantages and disadvantages, also prejudice and deeper style of leadership. Gender leadership differ in how they use styles, what they do in order to be effective, and how they work with their followers of different gender. But as for objective, the main features of leaders they hold and make improvement is for professional increase and successful business. The next one is the equity in selecting the right person with the appropriate skills and qualities to ensure the effectiveness and success of the organization. Women are trying to enter leadership places and adapting men's styles. Both men and women are having different style of leadership. It is a common knowledge that men are holding leader position and women are having some barriers and traits towards the high position and promotion to the top. So equal selection provides effective and success of the organization. The third one is getting characteristic to be competent, progressive, well-informed, purposeful, and professional in a dynamic environment. Gender leadership means the difference or similarities of men and women and how they as leaders deal with leadership. How they develop themselves in order to have followers whom lead willingly. So getting characteristic to be competent, progressive, well-informed, purposeful, and professional is very important in a dynamic environment, or simply saying, in a daily change world. Men and women do kind of futures they are obtaining being qualified as leaders in order to build a functional organization. And for the continuation of objective, here is Mr. CALINISAN.
Good day, everyone. Our objective is to make a functional and successful business organization. Setting goals for a company is like a plant with water. Where a plant with water grows, same goes with a company with plans or goals. Making a company's organization run is by choosing a rightful and responsive person. Having a responsive person that would lead your company or organization will have great results. An organization must know the difference between a boss and a leader, where a boss will most likely sit down and just assign you all the work to expand the company, while a leader is the person that will lead an organization in a certain way, that a leader is the person who is looking at an organization equally. Having a leader in your company will make your workers work better, have better results, and make the most of the time that they are working. Because there is no boss, there is a leader.
Good day everyone, I am Jerschell GAGAN and I will discuss the comparative analysis. This study aims to find out which of the two leaders is the best at influencing group performance in attaining goals. It shows that women tend to use more accommodating strategies when it comes to motivating and leading their groups.